Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andMe. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you're doing great wherever you are in the world. I know there are challenges everywhere, but we're here together on our 60andMe journey, and I just want to thank you all so much for being here. Are you one of these people that's right now taking the opportunity to kind of reprioritize and even downsize your life a little bit? Well, I'm one of those people that is constantly clearing my closet and, sort of sorting things out, donating to charity, doing the best I can to really define who I am, what my fashion sense is, and just downsize. And Lynn Claire is one of our bloggers, and she wrote an article on a technique that I never thought of before, but I use it all the time. And so she gave some suggestions as to how she can deal with this constant desire to simplify her wardrobe, her closet. And, she's done all the tricks of, turning the hangers around and only wearing things that don't, that fit you. And, just that psychological process that we go through. But she said every time she does it, the clothes crept back, and she was left with the same sort of cluttered and I don't have anything to wear mentality. So her technique involves something that we aren't doing very much of right now, but the understanding and the experience is going to help us, and that is packing. How to use packing as an organizing system for your clothes. And when I read this article, it was just such a light went off in my head, because it's exactly what I do. Now, I'm one of these crazy people that, I love to travel. And of course, over the last almost year, we've not been able to do that. But I travel, and I have a technique of putting things into a suitcase that I'm going to definitely take with me. And I start doing that, maybe 2 or 3 months before the trip. And what that does for me is it helps me to say, what are the basic colors I'm going to take? What are the experiences, like the climate or the environment that I'm going to need to have clothes for? And, just start to pack very simply. Lynn uses this same technique, in using how to just organize her closet. Now, she says she's moved many times, as I have, and probably you have, and you've gone into a place which is maybe smaller than where you were before, and you've had to, use a small cupboard or a chest of drawers, and really had to force yourself to simplify. Or maybe you've been moving into a big place and just keeping everything. But what I always do when I'm in a small space now, and I think most of you know this, I've moved into a studio. I'm in one room here. I have my desk, my sofa, my storage system, which is my sort of like a chest of little drawers with papers and craft things. But then I have one unit where I put all my clothes. So this has forced me, like Lynn describes, to think in a packing mentality. What am I going to pack in those shelves? What am I going to do? So here's some tips that she gives, and I think they're all very useful. The first thing is to reduce or relax the emotional connection that you have to things. That sweater that you bought for this occasion, or the dress that you wore with this person, or, whatever emotional attachment, kind of try to let that go. Yes, keep the treasures, keep the things that you really love, but, just don't be emotionally attached to them. The second thing she talks about is forgetting seasonal packing. I don't know whether you do this, maybe a lot of people do. And by the way, I'm not judging. I know how hard clothes are to downsize, so I'm not making any judgment. If you like to do a winter, bring your winter clothes out or your summer clothes, that's your choice and I respect it. But Lynn says, and I agree, that if you can kind of forget seasonal packing, you then will end up with the things that you love and that you can layer. And I've got a couple of things I'm going to show you in a second here. But for example, I do have it sounds silly, but I only have 2 dresses for the summer that are jersey, and I have 2 dresses, black and a maroon color, that are for the winter. And they're quite thick, so I do put those in a separate drawer, and I bring them out when the weather starts to get cold. So I do a little bit of seasonal sorting out. I have some, like a bigger pink, really cuddly, warm sweater for around in the cold nights, but that's in a separate drawer. But for the most part, everything in my closet is multi-seasonal, and I can just use it, as I want. So maybe a few items, but again, it's all in the perspective. It's your lifestyle. It's what you do. Get rid of the numbers. Okay, this is a good one, and I've got some examples here to show you. I had, at one point, I'm going to turn around here because I have like a ton of berets. I've got, everything from orange to black to pink to sequined, lilac. I just loved berets. I still do, and I keep them. But why do I need that many? Why do I need that many berets. And she says the same with like camisoles. When she packs to go on a trip, she puts like, 2 camisoles, 2 t-shirts, that's it. And she doesn't need to take 15. When I pack for a trip, whether it's summer or winter, I always take a beret, but I normally just take a black one. That's my kind of simple black beret that I always wear. And it's got a little bit of sparkle, but it's not over the top. That's my one beret. And that goes in my suitcase. Easy peasy. So that's and go with multi-purpose. For example, when I pack to go on a trip, this is what I do. Black, white, and maybe 2 colors. Usually, actually, it's just those 3. Those are the 3 colors that I use all the time. And then I just, I layer, I accent with scarves, with jewelry. But very simply, when I pack, those are my 3 colors. So why not do that in your closet? I mean, yes, I have actually got a series of colored t-shirts and tops that I wear for videos, but I just use them for that purpose. And this is the blue one. I love the color and I wouldn't be without it. I'm not going to throw it out or give it away, but I've got turquoise, purple, a dark green, a brown. I think that's about it really, a pink. And those are my t-shirt colors, but if I was traveling for a few months, I probably would add some color. But for an everyday travel experience, 2-3 weeks, that's my 3 colors, black, white, and a nice something that makes you feel good and suits your skin tone that you love. That's the numbers. And again, shoes. When you pack, how many shoes do you take? 2? Sandals and maybe a walking shoe, or comfortable flat and a walking shoe. That's it, how you pack. So why not think about that for your closet? Why do you have 20 pairs of shoes? Do you really, really need them now? If you're packing for your life in your 60s and 70s and 80s, maybe you need to just start like I'm doing, trying to cut back to like 3 pairs of shoes and then maybe 1, well, 2. I've got winter boots and normal ankle boots and I think 2 pairs of flats. One that I'm wearing now, which are like strapped, really good. Medicus is the brand, super good for walking, but lightweight. Anyway, but again, you get the idea. You wouldn't pack more than 4 pairs of shoes if you were going on a trip. So that's the thing. Think about the weather conditions, but don't plan for them. I mean, basically, if you're going to a climate where there's going to be rain, best to take some boots. But you don't need to take 2 pairs of boots or 3. But that's the kind of thing. Think about your weather conditions and what you're going to be doing. Are you going to be walking a lot? Climbing a lot? Is it a tour where you'll be on a cruise and you can actually, wear lightweight shoes, or a train journey where you want to be just very, very light, just, like easy shoes? I mean, so it's important to think about the conditions and what you're doing, but not to go crazy overboard. Keep things light and keep them multi-purpose. Now, actually I have a sweater here. I'm dipping down. It fell on the floor. But I do always carry a warm, cozy sweater. This is, it's my favorite color, my coral color. It's quite lightweight, so it scrunches up, it doesn't crease. But when I go on a train journey, I always take that because it gets chilly and icy cold sometimes with air conditioning. So but think about layering. I've got a short sleeve shirt on today. I'm going to go out in a few minutes with a sweater. And that's another thing. Just think about multi-purpose products. Another thing is to create combinations. Make sure that you've got things that kind of go together, and not just use that for packing, but think about it in your closet as well. Maybe go through, think about, I haven't worn that mustard colored top for a year. Is it really my color? Is it really the color that I love? Just take it away and look in your closet and see just the things that you might pull out, put in a suitcase, and go on a journey. I think that's a really powerful thing. Talking about mix and matching, I've actually got, if I can just reach around here, small space. I only have 2 sweaters. These are my 2 sweaters. A black one, of course, and this is a maroon color. It's kind of hard to see with the light, but this maroon color goes with everything. It goes with black, it goes with white. It's really nice with white, actually. And those are my 2 sweaters. I've had so many sweaters in my life. Besides my comfy one, those are my 2 that I use for everything. And by the way, if you are enjoying this video and you find the conversation about fashion and beauty and style important, please check out the rest of our videos on YouTube. We've got over 1,800 videos on all kinds of topics related to women over 60. And if you could just push that subscribe button, I would be so happy, because it just supports us and it gives us strength with YouTube to share with more women. So just subscribe. You can switch off anytime, but subscribe and press that notification bell. Because what that does is whenever I release a new video, you are informed. And I do about 4 or 5 new videos every single week. So there's lots to enjoy, hopefully. So just check on that. Please subscribe and press the bell. But that's just a sort of a message that we do a lot here with this topic. And we really want you to be comfortable and, finding your style in your 60s and 70s and beyond. So you might just want to try all this. Pack it up. Oh, by the way, she does mention one thing, and I just noticed it on my desk. And that is, I have a couple of special tops, and it's okay to have those. It's okay to have special tops. This is my glowy one that I wear at Christmas, at the holidays, or really anytime. I just love it. And don't throw those away. Yes, I've got emotional attachment to this. Yes, it's not totally practical, but I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it. It would go in my suitcase if I was going to somewhere where there might be an evening event or just wanting to look nice one night. It's not that heavy, and I would pack that away too. So what are your packing techniques, and how do you think that they can align to your cupboard, your closet techniques? Could it possibly help you downsizing if you actually use some of the same techniques you use for packing? So thank you, Lynn, for this article. It really helped me to understand my own style and my own techniques for simplification. It's my big mantra this year. Hope it may be for you too. I think it frees us up to do other things, gives us space for love, for other things. So have a really great day, everybody. Please tell us about your decluttering and organizing strategies. I'm always interested to learn what everyone else is doing. Take very good care of yourselves. Stay safe and strong and uncluttered. Have a really lovely day, everybody. Take good care.